maybe Rabbi Mizrahi or another Rabbi Mizrahi it was that that talks about Shabbat. How important it is to keep Shabbat, and whoever keeps Shabbat, the Shabbat keeps him. She said, I decided to keep Shabbat. That was before the whole Devon Achona started. She says, this Shabbat, I was supposed to be at the party. And all my friends said, Devona, why didn't you come? It's going to be good, it's going to be fun. Come, let's go. She said, I'm going to sacrifice for Shabbat. The rabbi said, if you keep the Shabbat is going to keep you. She said, if I would be going and not keep that Shabbat, I will be maybe one of those victims. Hashem Yerachim.
While they left, they were hearing the guns. They will restart shooting once they left.
Wow.
Они поехали туда в четверг, пали провели сами, уехали, а всех, кто которому говорит, всех там загубили.
So you see that how important is Abotai Be'emet. If you guys want to do something in honor of Am Israel, to be protected, to increase the protection level, is the studies of the Shabbat laws. Because the Shabbat has a power to protect Am Israel. What I have to remember, not too long ago, the Arabs sent, Be'oruch Avraham, over 2,000 missiles. Not too long ago, a few months ago. They did not get one house, one person. Nobody died. 2,000 missiles. Right now they sent 5,000 missiles, and most of those missiles got somebody. A house, children, and people. Hashem Yerachim. It shows that Hashem removed his protection. Every time that they shoot, they go crazy. How are we not getting any house, any person, no victims? And many times they send missiles and missiles and missiles, and we all have. They say, you guys don't know how to shoot. Always falls on dead areas that there is nobody over there. No houses, no people.
Just went back to them.
Or themselves.
They say, we know how to shoot. The Hamas says, we know how to shoot. Their God moves it. The missiles. Hamas said a few months ago, we know how to shoot. The missiles. Bazooka v'techkatora nikidayu. He said, their God moves it. Now, 5,000 missiles descend, and so many victims, so many houses, so many dead people. What does it show you? Hashem moves away his protection. If you want to put back, если вы хотите обратно вернуть божественное охранение на еврейский народ, Ronnie John,
you must keep Shabbat.
You have to learn the laws of Shabbat. Shabbat is the most powerful tool we have, most powerful, to protect Am Israel. So we hope that nothing should happen over here. They told me here in New York also there is a little bit. Давление поднимается здесь тоже by the Arabs. So the zechut Rabotai that we can do right now, more than Selichot, more than Tehillim, more than this, is to learn the laws of Shabbat. It says Shabbat, Zakon Shabbat. Shabbat, by you learning the laws of Shabbat, you increasing the Shmirat Shabbat, the observance of Shabbat. And whenever you increase the observance of Shabbat, you increase the protection of Am Israel because of the Shabbat. So if you can do anything in honor of Am Israel, is this. People right now try to do a lot good. Donate socks, donate money, donate all these type of things. It's good, it's important to help Am Israel. But if Chas v'Shalom, a missile goes on a person, he or sock's not going to help him. What will make the missiles not to go on Am Israel, to fall on dead places? Our observance of the Shabbat. And our observance of the Shabbat has to be according to the details how to observe the Shabbat. Это не просто на машине не сидеть, бриться нельзя, это писать нельзя. Not only the general things, the details we have to be aware of. Yeah. So I'm just telling you that's very important that you guys come every single night and making sure that the laws are going to be learned and practiced. And this increases the zechut of Am Israel. Protection. And no missiles are going to harm Am Yisrael anymore. No mahshimam Arabim going to harm any Jewish people all over the world. כן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. Okay, continuing. We left off on page 19 in number 3. Raw wheat is okay. Oh, sorry. Food meant for one person. We are 19.3. Joseph, if you want to have the file, I can send it to you. Yes.
It's in the group or no?
No, I don't want to put it on the group.
No? You send it to me, Rama?
I can send it to you privately.
Yeah, can you send it to me, Robert, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want it to end up in wrong hands. Before I'm going to send it to you.
He doesn't have a phone right now.
Oh, you don't have?
That's fine.
Daniel. Daniel, last name? Mirzakan. I sent it on WhatsApp. Who else asked? That's it. Oh, you also? Yeah. Neria. Inayev. Ronnie Matayev. Okay, I sent to all of you. Аминь. Вот этот файл на английском, чтобы они могли тоже читать. Наши ребята. Класс, чтобы кто занимается, что мог читать на английском это, на английском. Okay, continuing. Number 3.
The on Shabbat timer. You allowed to increase it or decrease it?
You're allowed to increase it 100%.
But decrease it to die
Increase
earlier?
it. Increase it means extend
Working.
the current. Not working. That's what I wanted to emphasize. Extend the current situation. It's off right now. You want to increase the time of it to be off. It's 100% allowed. So to vice versa.
Let's say
It's
it's
on
I
right now.
want
You want
stay
to
on 2 more
increase the time that it is on. It's 100% allowed.
But what if I wanted to
If
shut
you
off
want to change the status,
to shut
it's on
early?
and you want to shut it off earlier.
Yeah. just
It's
press
off and you want to turn it on earlier. That's only for sake of a mitzvah it's allowed. For example, a person right now supposed to turn on the light at 10 o'clock in the evening. And he came home from his Ochamo earlier. Baruch Hashem, he was able to run away earlier. He made it home 9 o'clock in the evening. Now he wants to learn Torah.
Right.
But the timer he put, it's only going to turn on at 10 o'clock. From 10 till 11, he wanted to learn. Now he's at home at 9. Hachikunam, ya sachikunam, am toshinamchi.
Right.
Call the goy, no?
No going right now. Kobe time. Что делать?
Shinui?
So you're allowed no shinui. You're allowed to do grammar. Cause it, the pin, to go on at 9:05. Let's say right now 9 by 9:05
you're talking
to
about
make it to
not
turn on.
digital.
Timer,
You're talking about
timer.
not digital time.
Right, the manual one. The manual one.
People
I have it in my house.
I have also.
When you install timer, it's better for you to install manual ones. This way you
Push
can
the button
manipulate
down,
whenever you
it
need
works
to.
hour more. You push the button up, hour
Same
less.
thing.
For me.
For a mitzvah purpose. For example, mitzvah sleeping or do mitzvah with her. Any mitzvah that it's for sake of mitzvah, you're allowed to do cause grama it's called. It's on right now. I want it to turn off earlier, but I'm not turning off right now.
Right.
I'm causing it to turn off. Or it's off right now. I'm turning it on earlier.
For the sake of himself, monkey.
Right.
What about Yom Tov?
Not
The
instant
concept of
turning
this.
on. Means like 5-10 minutes delay. You have to have a delay.
What about Yom Tov?
Usually it's like 30 minutes.
What about Yom Tov? What about Yom Tov?
It's also for sake of mitzvah, or you just
On Yom Tov.
Yom Tov.
Yom Tov allowed to do grama 100% even if it's not for sake of a mitzvah. Grama on Yom Tov 100% allowed.
You can even ask a goy,
Turn on fire
yeah.
on Yom Tov. Yeah?
Shinu, if you walk by with your back, go like this.
Yeah.
That's fine, no?
The word fine is not the right word. It's just not Torah level. It falls down to the Rabbanan level.
Shinu.
Shinui. It's still asur. The Rabbanan. Yeah, you can turn on this.
This is shvut to shvut.
Maybe you should open the door. It's very cold out.
Yeah, dangerous.
Dangerous. Okay.
Чё, алло?
The AC on cold.
Открой дверь.
It's dangerous.
Сзади,
Открой дверь там.
сзади, back door.
Back problem.
Сейчас air condition никто не включает, когда холодно на улице.
There is no window?
Young
Yeah.
blood, you
Huh?
guys have.
In a window there?
No, there's no.
The entire wall, there is no window?
Soon it's gonna be built.
What? It's
Bulletproof?
dangerous to open the door?
Yeah. They got a grant. They got a grant to install bulletproof windows and
Noise, all
doors.
that noise. I'm gonna turn on 5
Oh,
10 minutes.
because it's a shul?
Yes.
Good idea.
Wow.
5 10 minutes.
All schools got it.
Yeah.
How about if it's a shvut shvut?
So yeah, so if it's LED, right.
Shinoi.
Shinu, yeah. That's again letter of the law. Should you practice this letter of the law or no?
In Makom Mitzvah.
You're right. Should shum mitzvah. Again, letter of the law. How about Yosef writes it in Chelek Gimel? It's allowed. That's the Chelek we're going to learn at the end of it. He says it's allowed. But should you practice this at home?
In Makom Mitzvah, so it's for something that's.
Everybody will turn things into mitzvah.
Is that on your
Everything will turn into a mitzvah very quick. So it's a person can make easy chas v'shalom mistakes, make his entire house break Shabbatot b'shinui. I told it to you a few times already. There is kids right now in Eretz Israel, yeshiva kids, boys, that are addicted to text messages. That even on Shabbat they cannot get let off of it. So, but Chilul Shabbat, so what they do b'shinui? Why? Because the LED phone is the Rabbanan, b'shinui is taking the Rabbanan. Second mitzvah, I'm going to fall to depression without it. Understand? Everything turns right now allowed because of that.
So they type with their elbows?
They type with a back.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. Or type with a pinky, whatever. Make a
Doesn't
shinui.
count.
Huh?
Yeah, that.
Shinui, it's abnormal. You don't do types like this.
Yeah, but
Like this, no, no.
Or like this, yeah. It's abnormal.
It's the Rabbanon?
It's a
The
real
Rabbanan.
thing,
Huh?
It's a text messages.
Text message, yeah.
Who's gonna have to text? They have their friends with their family.
Same people that are addicted on the other side also. The yeshiva boys, black and white.
Weird addiction.
They have addiction. Black and white, they're addicted. Why? Because shud shud. Beshinui, LED, for second mitzvah. Allah. That's why you gotta be careful with this shud business. Don't openly do it, don't show it to people. Even whenever this thing's allowed, do it in a very hidden way, very, should not be expected. Huh?
Black and white, bro.
No, no,
Black
no.
and white. Cell phones, they're not allowed to have cell phones, not kosher phones.
They don't do it on the outside like this. They go to the restroom, they go hidden ways.
They also not in hard to understand. They have to grow. You don't born religious to become a
No, black and white.
Black and white is a dress code, Johnny Khalfish. You went to the store, you became black and white over 5 minutes. What?
Rabbi, most of these kids know the Torah like the in and out, no?
No, they learn. Then I in and out. You don't know Torah in 15, 16 years old, you're in and out. Even Rabbi Yosef didn't know it in and out
Kids like that.
at this age. You learn it as you grow. Okay, continue. So it's important you ask this question, Yosef. And in practice, don't practice it at home. It's a very dangerous slope. To turn on the light with the elbow. אוכל לג'שתו בתניזל לי. דאז'ת מצוות רבי, ברכת המזון שחלקונים, קידוש חלקונים.
Kendall.
No, I cannot see. I candle one person can see. What about the rest of the people? You have 20 people in the house.
So it's better to use a child, no?
Huh?
Better to use a child.
But yeah. Last word Sukkot bill, right?
Yeah.
In my place, in my sukkah, we installed a digital timer. There was no manual. Because there were certain wires over there. I don't know exactly. The electrician said that's only the timer would work over here. Hi. Whoever programmed it. We're sitting. As I come home over here, late, finishing late by the time we made it home. After 30 minutes, the light went off. Sitting in sukkah, dark. Хорошо, что we had a little bit light from the kitchen. Behind the wall, a little bit light.
You have no voice now?
I'll go find a go right now, 10 o'clock in the evening, To turn it on for you, it's not so simple. Technically, the light is LED. This one is the Rabbanan. Shvut the Shvut, mitzvah. I want to enjoy the sukkah. Technically, it was allowed, right? I didn't do it.
You could leave at that point till the sukkah, no?
No, I have a little bit light. I can see, but it's not as comfortable as having a lot of light in the room.
But don't you say it was like it's inside the house?
It is the extension.
Right.
In the extension I have it. The extension was dark because the timer they installed was
But the next door, it was no light.
there was no light now. Because then you have to go sleep, and those light are gonna be on. It's gonna protrude over here, and then you're gonna be able to sleep. So the only light was in the kitchen over there. A little bit came inside, very little.
Романтика, да?
Романтика, да. Романтика, когда кушаешь, ты не хочешь романтику? Романтики цветские есть, там свечки тоже нету.
А что нельзя было сделать?
Свечки?
Да?
You could. Technically you could, but if it's Shabbat, you cannot move them.
What is that Shabbat? He's talking about Pesach.
No, Yom Tov, Sukkot.
Yes, Sukkot, so you could do...
On Yom Tov, yeah, you're right.
But it was Yom Tov
But let's say
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
We also,
Cannot.
we've completely forgot about it. It was Friday night, that's why.
Yeah, Friday night.
You all have scented candles in your room? Lit?
Yeah.
Any kind of candle?
Yeah. But not during the time that you make a mitzvah with her.
Not during the time.
Whenever the mitzvah with her, cannot have any light in the room. No electricity and no candles. Yes.
На шаббат я включил свет в пятницу. Ой, сказал, приди вечером, выключи мне свет.
For what? To sleep? Why did you do tell?
Суббот, на улицу.
Why you wanted to turn off?
Выключи мне свет.
Why?
Электричество экономика.
Oh, that's not allowed to.
А если мне мешает спать?
Yeah, that's allowed. The
Если ему
electricity is
мешает
not so
спать, потому
expensive.
что на
He
электрике
doesn't
нет.
sleep inside. He's not sleeping inside sukkah. What mishayat
If Behemet, that's what bothers him, okay? Behemet bothers you. You cannot fall asleep because of this light.
How about you?
Moshe. It's not such a big loss. The LEDs, well, hey, $5, maybe the whole week is gonna be on.
А потом можно сказать, чтобы он включил?
Yeah. But Bechor, it's not recommended for goy to go inside your sukkah. From outside. Yeah.
Outside, no.
Okay, continue.
When you say not recommended, say what's not recommended.
Is it not allowed that you should scream at people and tell them not to do
Зачем мне
it? Or is
нужен
it,
гой там внутри? Правильно?
It should not do it. Should not do it.
but it's allowed.
Yeah, even in my house, whenever I had a cleaning lady coming, I told her, "You see this? Because it's a half of the extension. It's this. The half is regular.
No.
Regular." I said, you clean up to here. Comprende? See, this I clean. She's like, okay. what does he want from me?
That was happy.
How about if you have servants serving you inside that? Are they allowed?
Not
to
recommended.
Not
not
recommended.
recommended.
His words is not doesn't mean.
For example,
I mean,
Rabbi-
you should not do it.
Rabbi, for example,
should
Ura,
not
right?
do it, yeah.
Rabbi, Ura made like 1,000 people.
The Zohar says, if you want to go deep into it, the Zohar says that the Ushpizin cursing that person
See?
that lets them go inside.
Ura.
That, but I forgot.
Now it's juicier. But not everybody can practice Zohar. That's why I said the word recommend or not recommend.
Man, see?
Halakha, it's not Isu. But Zohar says not good things about us.
Recommend
Если Гой помогает вам строить сюда, можно или нет?
Yes, Stroid, no problem. Before Yom Tov. Yeah. He can do everything.
Даже сахар.
Even Schar. Hamish.
Можно, да?
Да. During Sukkah, only you should go inside. God should not. Okay, back to us. Number 3. Food meant for one person only. And that person is not even around. Example, separating challah and need to give it to a Kohen in the next city. Is it okay to handle?
Oh, we learned that last time, no?
Huh?
We learned that last time.
Was right now was at the Sukkot Bula, at Rosh Hashanah Bula. Remember? I told you between Rosh Hashanah to Kippur, make a fashat challah, the men. Remember? My Ochemo, God bless her, made a big tazik of the dough that she makes, the bread that you guys like.
Oh, she makes it?
She makes it.
Celebrate.
It's very expensive ingredients over there. I come to her, very expensive, like 15 type of flowers, organic, top line, top of the line. She made a whole tazik like this. I don't know how many pounds over there, maybe a lot for a home. You know, it's huge. And I come to her, I said, listen, Ochemo, we have to do, I'm gonna do, like Arizal said, Avashat Chala. 1 out of 48, I'm gonna take out of here. Wow, it's a lot. It's almost 2% out of this. It came out a whole bag like this. So it's a lot. I said, Misvosh Avchel. once a year. Every time you take a little bit, throw it out. This time I'm going to give it to a coin.
Oh, you get to Iran?
I gave it to Rabbi Simcha,
Oh, yeah.
the Rubinov.
Baked or
Like
not
he
baked?
can eat or no?
No, you don't have to bake it. He can bake it. He can eat if he goes to mikveh.
If he goes to
If he goes to mikveh, it's outside Israel, he can eat, and according to Gaon Mivila, he can even say bracha. אשר קידשנו בקדושתו של הארון וציוונו על אכילת תרומה.
В Израиле он не может.
Israel no, because the mitzvah of Israel, Afrashat Chala, is higher. Here we only do it to remember the mitzvah of Israel. The real mitzvah is in Israel. So that's why outside Israel, you're allowed to give it to a Kohen nowadays, even if he doesn't have the ashes of the red cow. Para aduma nietu, it's dla него можно.
But for Israel, it has to be paraduma.
Now, imagine I have this dough on Shabbat in my house. Было Rosh Hashanah, потом Shabbat, потом Kippur. I did it before the Shabbat. On Shabbat, can I move this dough or no?
No,
No.
Let's say I baked it.
no, вы можете.
I baked it. It's ready to go to
В
eat.
Израиле можете, в Израиле нет.
Outside Israel, just Queens.
Most.
Can I move this dough?
Yes.
I baked it. It's 100% bread.
Yeah, we learn.
I am not allowed to eat it.
Yes.
It's Afrashat Chala bread.
You can, you
Can I move it around or no?
Yes.
So says Rav, let's see. What's the difference between food meant for a person or for a dog? Example, if it is for the dog, but he or she is not in the city. I don't know if dog gets he, she, or it.
eat.
It, right?
There's no she or he for the dog.
I told him. He said no. Put he or she.
Что это тебе, идти что ли?
No, eat.
Eat.
It's
No,
not
no,
she.
it's okay.
Eat?
Even the child, he will. Huh?
Once you know if it's a he or she, you say he or she.
Female or
Because you
male.
have female and male, but you don't refer to them.
They
That's
will
what it
say
says.
he or she.
Okay, I'll just write. But the dog is not in the city. Period.
What's the dog's name?
But the dog is not in the city. Period.
Come boy.
If
He said, come boy. You don't
Eat.
say, come girl.
is not in the city, it is not allowed to handle food. How about for a person? Okay, so answer number 3, 19.3. Even if there is no Kohen in the city, the Truma food is not muktzeh. Since it fit for a person, it's not muktzeh. Since it's designated for someone to eat, even if he is a higher significance.
But nowadays we see.
But for food meant for a dog, the dog must be in the city. Remember yesterday we spoke about food for dog, for animals?
Yeah.
You said, Rabbi, chicken bones. I eat the whole meat, everything finished. Yaakov, I put the bone on the table. This bone, muktzeh or no?
No.
Why?
Dog eats.
Shabbat no
The
мукция.
dog.
Why? Good. Say why.
Animal eats.
Because this dog.
I can give it to a dog. А у меня dog нету.
No.
Dog
What
eats.
if the entire place there is no dog? Everybody Chinese, they eat them. No dog around.
That is.
The whole city is clean out of dogs.
Can be like.
Allowed or no? Certain Chinese eat them.
No, no allowed.
How's not allowed?
Koreans.
Koreans, whatever. Some of them.
It's good for TB.
TBS shit.
Tuberculosis. Koreans work in the water. They collect onion. So for them to be cranky, not to get sick, they eat dough.
רפואה שלמה. So, okay. So he says that the dog has to be in the city. If there is a city clean of dogs, or let's say it's not have to be dog, let's say it's a bird food. There is no such a bird in this town. The whole town, the whole city doesn't have such an animal that this food is designated for.
That's it. You cannot do it.
Can you move it on Shabbat or no? No. But what if I don't have a Kohen in the entire city? You know, Georgians don't have Kohanim. Bechor, Georgians don't have Kohanim.
Yes.
I live in Georgia. The whole country has no Kohen. I did a Fashat Chala.
Okay.
I baked it.
Okay.
I thought that a Kohen is gonna come, but Kantomi didn't come.
Okay.
This bread that I baked on Shabbat, can I move it or no?
Yes.
No. Because it's Afashat Chala. Afashat Chala is only allowed for Kohen. You have Kohen in the city? You have Kohen in the country? No. Not allowed.
А почему их нету коэна?
Кузурим.
Первый раз ушли, когда в Бет-
Ваня, кузурим? Как их называют?
Yeah. Correct. Kuzari. Yeah. Aaron, family. Page 22, Yaakov. Share with him the file. Well, come to the file is, no? Oh, it's there.
Тут мукция считается.
You know what? Sit next to me, Joe. That dough, if you don't have a coin in the whole country, it's muktzeh. But if you do have a coin in the other city, even though it's not in your city, it's not muktzeh.
Why is it different?
Oh, because the food designated for men, for a human being, it's more significant. It designated for an animal, it's less significant. So you have to have the animal in the city. Clear?
22 in the corner.
Very good. Page 22.
What number?
Page 22.
It's here. First.
First one.
Ah, the first one.
Is a nevela muktzeh. You go on the street on Shabbat, you see a cat. Pachach kartegi. Moshin zadat?
Toponошика.
Or tam at the snail. In Agda, snail, how you call this?
Squirrel.
No. Scroll. Bilka. Moshin pachach kartegi. Can you take it to the garbage or no?
No.
Yes, you can because it's
See, number one, since a nevela is feed for an animal or a dog, they can eat it. It's not muktzeh. If I give right now this scroll to Sabaka, he's gonna eat it or no?
No.
Why not?
When it's alive, it's muktzah. When it's alive, it's muktzah.
Oh, when it's alive, it's muktzeh.
But Rabbi, I don't
Because now it's dead. Now it's fit for an animal or no?
Rabbi,
Raccoon will eat the dead squirrel.
This is animal or goy?
why is this animal?
Animal or goy, yeah. So goy will eat it. Let's say dog. Let's say cat. If he has like his, let's say he has a neighbor or friend Korean, he'll let's say or whatever, I don't know, different type of people that will eat this. Since it's edible for a dog or for some person that will eat it
Some culture.
from some culture, it's not muktzeh. So to clean that scroll, even with the hand, allowed. How much more so if you don't touch with your hand? If you go with the broom and the dustpan.
The food.
It's not called shinu, it's called minatzad. We're going to learn it, those details.
For the food.
Before fam sodim,
Шаббат я, значит, белку могу мертвую убрать.
belku, koshku, all this, any dead animal.
Собаку.
Sabaka, any dead animal. Why? Because someone else could eat it. Это sidor de la kamuta. Tum'ah? No. Maybe tum'ah, but English level. Okay, back to us. Number 2. For instance, they wake up in the morning and see a dead chicken in the yard. And there is another animal who can eat it on the other side of the city. So shouldn't it be okay to move it?
Yeah. What's the problem?
Number 2, as long as it fits for an animal in the city, there is no muktzah problem. An example is a dog that eats a dead animal. So it's okay. Oletzion says only if the animal is closed. Rabbi Avadia says if it's inside the city, it is fine.
Vulture camp. Pick it up.
Maybe I should say however.
Who copycat?
Vulture.
Rabbi, you write this?
Yeah.
I write it, yeah.
Definitely. They do that.
He wrote 103 pages. What he has time.
3. Do we need to have an owner for this dog? This dog is in the city. This is to make the nevela permissible. Huh?
You should put wild dog.
do we need to have an owner for this dog? That dog that we allow, that because of him we allow the bones, we allow the scroll, does he need to have an owner or no?
No.
This dog needs to have an owner?
No.
На улице я знаю, собака гуляет, есть. Но это никакого балабайта нету для нее. Это уличная собака.
Без хозяина.
Can I move the bones of the dead cat or the dead scroll because of that dog over there?
Yes,
He has no owner.
yes.
What's the difference, Rabbi? It's the dog. Dog is a
Let's
dog.
say, let's see number 3 answer, and then you're gonna understand the difference. Rabbi Eliashib said, only if the dog has a Jewish owner
Oh, Jewish.
and there is an obligation to feed it, you can come and act as his messenger,
I didn't understand.
even without his consent. He has a dog. I'm obligated. Example, he doesn't, but let's say he has a dog.
No,
He's obligated to feed him.
Yeah.
of course.
Torah says you have to take care of your animals.
You
Nachon?
cannot eat before you eat.
He cannot eat before he feeds the dog. Nachon?
Right, right.
So whenever I see him, let's say he is at work, something, whatever, he didn't feed him. Am I allowed to feed him?
Yes.
Am I obligated to feed him?
No,
Good. If I'm feeding him,
he's not obligated.
if I'm feeding him, I'm acting as a shaliach, as a messenger for him. Nachon? So says Rabbi Eliashib, since there is a Jewish obligation to feed this dog by your neighbor, so then your bones of Shabbat allowed to be moved because of the neighbor dog. But if it doesn't have any owner, so then why since when are you obligated to feed street dogs? You have obligation to feed street dogs?
How about goyim dog? Also,
You have obligation to feed goyim dog?
no.
No. If he will not feed, he is a Jewish, nachon? If he will not feed him, he makes avera. So by me feeding him, that dog, I'm preventing a Jew from making avera. So that's why my bones, my dead scroll, my dead cat, I'm allowed to move it because I need to fulfill mitzvah for my neighbor. That's Rabbi Eliashiv's logic.
What about disgusting?
However, Rav Aryeh Yosef says that the Shulchan Aruch says to put food in front of the birds or bees at a hand's length away is fine to do because there is no fear that you will catch them. Shulchan Aruch says on Shabbat, if you want to go right now, was that a tashlich, right? Or a person goes, he sees a cat on Shabbat. Moshe mukar mitzvot cats on Shabbat. Huh? Street cats. Street cats, chicken,
No.
birds, all these things. Can you feed them or
All
no?
those?
If it's not his, no.
You just said no.
So says Shulchan Aruch says, you're allowed to put the food and feed them, but not from your hands.
I just throw on the floor.
How far? Your hand, how long your hand? Let's say this is the dog.
2 feet.
I cannot put the food here because he is close to my to the food. The food and the dog is close. I need to put it here, and the dog will come over here. I'll put it here, and the birds will come over here.
24 inches.
Huh?
24 inches.
Your arm depends on how tall you are,
So
how
it's
long your arm.
within your hand or outside of your hand?
Outside your hand distance. The idea is that you should not come to a situation to catch the dog.
So opposite, you're supposed to put further away than your length.
So you put it here.
Opposite, then it's close to you.
No, then I leave. If I'll put it next to him,
And I
next to the
leave.
dog, I have a chance to catch him.
Right, so you have to put it and then
And then leave.
Move back your hand's length. That's what it means.
Right. So says Rav Aryeh, Shulchan Aruch says the old problem is you might catch the dog, you might catch the bird, you might catch the animal that you're feeding, the cat. What sounds from here? That the feeding itself is not an issue. But the Shulchan Aruch didn't say he has an owner, he doesn't have an owner. He didn't specify that. So what do we learn from here? That even if, listen John, that even if there is even if there is no owner, it's not an issue to feed them. As long as you don't put it close to them.
Oh, so you can feed somebody else's dog.
Even if it's not somebody else's, that's the idea.
If it's a wild dog.
Right. Well, what Yosef says, if you open Shulchan Aruch, Rabotai, you're not with me. You're not with me. I know it's a little bit difficult. Nissan, I know it's 9:30 or maybe 9:40. Ooh, almost 10. But we're gonna be awake. If we want Am Yisrael to be protected, you gotta learn the laws of Shabbat. Shabbat is protecting Am Yisrael. This is a proven method throughout history. So many stories and cases you hear, person that was keeping Shabbat, he got protected from a disaster.
I just heard from a lot of disaster. 2 towns was saved because they keep Shabbat.
To what?
Towns.
Towns. Wow.
Yeah, they couldn't get into the gates. The gates were closed.
Because before Shabbat they closed the gates.
Gaza.
By Gaza.
By Don.
The Jewish cities closed the gates. Ah.
And could not open.
So for the road, for the roads not to drive the cars.
Open the door and they just make the U-turn.
No rockets at that place. No rockets at that
No.
place.
The rockets, there was no out of the question.
Close. The towns, it's further.
They go around with machine guns shooting people.
They could not get in. They got to 20 other places.
Wow. Bechor, you hear? A whole 2 towns, it says. Because
Они не могли пробиться к ним. They can't break through it, Rabbi.
they didn't have time. They need to get other people done.
Со всех кибуцев они оставили Шаббат. Остальные все сожгли.
No? You see? That's I'm telling you. To learn the laws of Shabbat, it's essential. That's why Satan makes you sleep. Because he wants to avoid the protection. He wants to have problems. Our power is in our Torah. Watching all day. Knowing this and Chayfi Gufta is not going to change nothing.
Everybody's doing that right now.
Oh, look at this. Wow, look what they did to the kids. Oh, look at what they did to this girl. They burned her, the shuk shkabab. How knowing this is going to change it? Just makes you more angry, more upset, more depressed, more sad throughout the whole day. Зачем это надо сидеть слушать?
Even Bibi said, don't watch. He said that this is also a war, psychological war.
Wow, baby said it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He said, don't watch this.
They're encouraging the kids to delete Instagram and everything.
Stefanski said yesterday that it's better to do to pray, do Tehillim instead of wasting your time looking for the updated.
Emet. It's not going to change nothing, those updates.
You're wasting your time.
So, get chizuk about the laws of Shabbat, Abutai. No fear that you will catch them. And by the way, we'll learn from here that even though the birds and bees are ownerless, it's still allowed to give even to a stray dog, to give food.
Rabbi, you're allowed to kill a bee?
Generally or Shabbat?
In general.
Yeah.
Allowed to?
Anything that bothers you, you're allowed to kill it.
I heard because it helps the world, you're not supposed to kill it.
It helps the world, but it harms you.
Right.
All the boys help the world.
No, he's asking not on Shabbat. He's asking regular days.
What about
No, Shabbat, we're talking, it's a different case.
What about Shabbat?
If there is a danger, you're allowed to kill it.
Mosquitoes you're allowed.
Otherwise, God wouldn't create.
Because over here it's considered dangerous.
So if it's considered, you have to find out the reality.
Yeah.
If it is, yeah,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
considered dangerous. Some people they can die from it.
the roads, right? The skin on roads.
Anything that is in danger or maybe danger, also allowed. Even Safek, Pikuach Nefesh, you're allowed.
No, on Shabbat, roads.
Bechor Hakar,
But why not?
Baruch Abraham.
It could walk on my foot.
What about you?
Can you trap it on Shabbat? Trap an insect?
Yeah, but let's try to stick to Rabotai to one topic because otherwise it's going to be harder. 4. We'll get to those questions with time. Are we allowed, number 4, are we allowed to feed a stray dog in general?
Yes.
Not on Shabbat, regular day. I see right now a dog on the street.
Not obligated.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Can I feed him or no? Am I allowed to feed him or no?
What's the issue?
Listen to a chidush.
You're not obligated.
The Gemara says, don't feed stray dogs in the city. Because dogs have a nature of if you give to them, they will keep coming back to you. Dog, he says, they has a nature like this.
Yeah, of course.
However, Havadia Yosef says, only if you are constantly giving, it's a problem. But if from time to time, it's okay. So he's asking, how did Maran allow to feed the dogs? On Shabbat, if I put the food here and they are coming there, it's away from my hand at length. Why is it allowed? The Gemara said you should not feed the dog all year long because they are, Kaki said, they will come more and more to you, and out of mercies on them, you're going to lose all your money. So says Rav Maran talks about case from time to time. From time to time, it's okay. But to feed the dogs every single time, even regular days, you should not, because Chas v'Shalom, they can harm the person's parnasa. They come more and more and more and more. I'll tell you more than that. That the dog was the one guy, Hashem Yerachem lo aleinu lo alechem, Mamash Bechorat, this guy. He fed the dog. He took care of him for many years. He gave it away to somebody, and he took a small dog. After a few months pass, he goes to that somebody. That dog sees him. He jumps on his hand and he did his hand. The dog that he said, I raised that dog. He says that dog has this concept of jealousy. He says, you betrayed me, you took a different dog.
All the animals have that.
Yeah? Wow, Bechorah, this guy, his hand very bad.
Look what happened to those people, the circus ones, the lions.
Are they also do it?
Yeah,
No, I don't want to see it. Don't show me all this death.
I'm not showing you.
I don't like this.
I'm saying to you, many years ago, you know those two brothers or whatever? About lions?
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Да, он его стал.
They eat them, yeah.
Шакольный подворотник.
Wow.
They're very
So that's you gotta be. That's what the Gemara says, that the dog's nature. He's coming back and coming back and coming back, and if Chas v'Shalom, you're not gonna give it after that. Oh, he's dangerous already. That's why. If you want to give one time, that's it. Don't give it over and over again, and also don't give it next to your house. For this mistake of the dog, not to repeat ever more and more, and then he's going to be taking advantage of your Chas v'Shalom, put your life in risk, financial life and physical life. Look how smart the Gemara is, Rabotai. Knows the logic, the nature of dogs. Unbelievable how the Gemara is smart. How lucky we are that we have Gemara, we have Torah, we have Havadia Yosef, we have Halachot, Shabbat. We're able to learn them and get so chachamim in our lives and in the observance of the Shabbat. יהי רצון ושוב במצליח in this. ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי חנניה בן הקשיא אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל, לפיכך הרבה להם תורה ומצוות שנאמר.